Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Family Health Podcast, a podcast for families and leaders that want to strengthen families. My name is Dr. Corey Gilbert, an author, university professor, licensed professional counselor, a life coach, and researcher, and speaker on topics such as trauma, abuse, sexual ethics, and gender and sexuality issues. Today, I will be your host. In this podcast, we'll be focusing on 4 areas. See these as a quadrant: your health, your purpose, your relationships, and your work. Each week, we will be diving into one of these 4 areas with the goal of challenging you and encouraging you in building strong families. We're sponsored by the Family Launch Academy, a community of families, parents, and leaders that want to see their children launched well into adulthood, prepared for what's to come. Find out more about the community, resources, courses, trainings, and Q&As with me, Dr. Gilbert, and the Family Launch Academy by joining our free Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Family Launch Academy. Now let's get into this week's episode. Hey there, welcome back to the Family Health Podcast. My name is Dr. Corey Gilbert, and I'm here with my daughter, Mylie.
Hi.
So today we're going to talk about another topic that's something that we're doing in our home. So this is a book called Lies Girls Believe and the Truth That Sets Them Free by Dana Gresh. And Mylie's been doing this Bible study at our church with my wife. So it's a mom and daughter Bible study. Tell them about this book. It's kind of some just overview about what you've learned so far.
Well, it's kind of showing us lies that a lot of girls believe and truths that will help us with it. And the person that made this girl, Zoe, to kind of show us something, kind of show us through it kind of and help us with it.
She's like an example throughout.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of a person to follow. Is it a person to follow that always made the right decision?
No, in the first chapter, she wanted to download on her iPad social media when her parents told her not to.
Ooh.
She did and kept it hidden for a while, but then her parents found out and took her iPad in the story.
Yeah. And the funny thing is a lot of times the parents never find out. So there's a lot of things you can do that's sneaky and never get caught for now, but it catches up with them later, whether in their heart or something else. Now, Of these lies, have there been a lot of lies that you believed?
Yeah, and a lot that I haven't.
Yeah, and that's been kind of neat, actually. A lot of them you don't believe yet. How old are you?
9.
9. Gosh, my little girl, 9. Yep, so you're 9 years old. And what we found is a lot of these lies you don't believe yet, but you're going to probably struggle with at some point.
Yeah.
So let's look at this right here. So look at these little tabs. My daughter went through and picked all these and said, Dad, these are episodes that we need to do, which is so cool. I love it. But this first one, it's called the Girl Drama Quiz. The Girl Drama Quiz. And so in this, it has questions, basically 2 columns, and it asks the girls to figure out, to rate kind of themselves and where they're at. So let's look at this real quick. Tell them a little bit about just a few of these.
Well, there's are you do you think you're sort of dumb or smart enough? Do you think you're...
Pick one or the other, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I'm smart enough.
You do?
Yeah.
You think you're smart enough?
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
There's also, do you think you're unloved and unlovable or loved and lovable?
Which one are you?
I think I'm lovable.
Loved and lovable. Yes, which is so glad, because it's so hard when you don't feel that way. And then maybe a day you don't feel that way, which we need to address. But
I am... There's also, are you easily embarrassed, or do you sometimes laugh at yourself? I get easily embarrassed.
Yeah, so that's on the other side of some areas to look and grow in, easily embarrassed. One of the ones that she asked me just a little bit about was, I have a ticket for the boy crazy train, or no need for a boy here. And that was funny. And so she asked, what does that mean? I have a ticket for the boy crazy train. So it's the whole boy crazy, which is actually kind of sad. There's no need for that, but yet a lot of people live that way. They live quite crazy towards the opposite gender, or the same these days. Now, which one of these would you say you actually really kind of it hit you?
You mean which side?
Mm-hmm. A certain one, a specific one.
It's kind of hard because it's at the very beginning of the book and we're almost finished.
In the book, I know you're going through the whole book, but here in the very beginning, what about that one?
Sometimes I wish I were a boy to where I could take off my shirt in hot weather.
Yeah. So it's funny to think about that. There's a lot of girls that do struggle with, I wish I weren't a girl. And your rationale was so that I could take my shirt off in hot weather, which is funny. And everyone's got a different place that they're at, because some wish they weren't a girl for other reasons. They either really love sports, and for some reason they think that to like sports means you can't be a girl, which is not true. Or they really like being outside or camping or being in the mud.
But they think that's boyish.
Right. Yeah, which is sad. So we'll talk in the future more about that, as to these stereotypes we have actually kind of do some damage. Is it okay for a girl to like mud?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Cat Scouts, there's that Mud Mayhem, and I like that.
Oh, I know. I remember we used to do with Cub Scouts Mud Mayhem, all these obstacle courses with mud.
Like last year, I lost my shoe in the mud.
Yep. And somebody found it, though. But you did a great job. Yeah, are there any others? I can't even talk. Are any other of these stand out to you?
I'm grateful for what I do have. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Versus I gotta have more stuff. Yeah. And so if you think through some of these, this girl drama, your daughter may be a girl drama, full of drama. That's okay. But how can she understand more of who she is? These kind of tools are very helpful. Things like this Lies Girls Believe and the Truth That Sets Them Free.
There's also like Lies Young Women Believe, Lies Women Believe, and Lies Men Believe.
Yes. So there's a lot of kind of a good series of these that we can actually go through with our sons, our daughters, young adults, and then also as adults. I actually use the book Lies Women Believe, I think by Nancy Lee DeMoss, a lot in different settings, different conversations, and definitely with college students. And in some of the classes I teach as well. So there's a lot of good resources.
There's like another book like a Mom's Guide, and she has like a question that she can ask us.
Oh, good.
And also at the end of each chapter, like it asks us, like it has some lines where we can like write down what we would say to like help Zoe.
Oh, neat. Okay,
like,
great. Kind of a little journal area.
Yeah, like telling her like what she should do, or like saying to someone or something.
And it's really powerful to think about that. If you actually think through and plan in the event of this scenario, here's what I would do, you're more likely to actually make a wiser decision than if you've never thought about it. So part of the goal here is to help you think through some of these things. Would you download social media on your iPad? You don't have to answer that. But the question really is it's in my heart. Would I disobey? And why? And so being able to make that decision in your own head and heart, because we can't make it for you, which is really scary for us as parents. So talking through social media and movies and peer pressure and girls and boys and dating and sex and pornography and all this stuff is really important. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing with us today a little bit about this book. And we're going to go to, we've got a bunch of others. So we're going to come back to some other points from this book that came up. And things you learned as well. So thank you so much, Mylie. Say bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Family Health Podcast. I hope these become valuable resources full of encouragement and challenges as you lead your family well and with confidence, and definitely not alone. Find out more about marriage and family life coaching and consulting at HealingLives.com. I want to help you and your family be successful in marriage, love, life, and family. Thank you to our sponsor, the Family Launch Academy. To get your family moving in the right direction quickly, check out our website, HealingLives.com, for available options that will serve your family best, from counseling and coaching to seminars, online courses, and more. It is an honor to serve.